What's good, you guys? James here again. Season 35 comes to a close at the time recording that this video is getting posted. I am actually going to drop down to Platinum starting next season because for the first time ever in Master Duel history, I have reached Diamond finally. Probably 1.5 years too late, but you know what? A new rank is a new rank. So, super proud of myself for doing so. And then, when it comes to the deck of choice, we're running it back with Evil Eye. And for the deck profile, the way how I'm going to organize it differently, it goes banless cards, followed by non-engine, and then the deck core. So, starting off fresh, you're definitely going to be missed Pot of Prosperity. And on top of that, the fact that it's a glossed out card, more bonus SR gems once December 5th kicks in. Call by the Grave to dish out the hand traps. And then also, was he been good about Prosperity as well? Obviously, in a non-engine, you get to see whatever spell trap staple you want. Basic. So again, Prosperity, call by to start off with, basic. And then non-engine, I suppose. Triple Tactics Talent. This card is extremely immaculate because there were games in which 90% of the time going first is where if they monster hand trap me, they are going to get double punished by not only taking a look at their hand to expect for me to rip out more hand traps and or board breakers. Also, because I know what deck you're playing, I'm going to set up the board accordingly so that way you will never get out of this in terms of turn 1 board setups. And then 2 Forbidden Chalice, a single copy of Blizzard. Blizzard is absolutely crazy. 2 Infinite Impermanence. Wanted to make it 3, but there's no space. And thus why, once the December 5th ban list kicks in, that banned Prosperity is going to turn it into a 3rd copy of Infinite Impermanence, and then the 2 Solemn Judgment. I mean, this is the only change I make throughout the whole entire non-engine, aside from the ban Prosperity, obviously. Change that to a 3rd Imperm, and then all of the spell trap staple in this list remains the same. And then the Evil Eye deck core. 3 Cerziel, 2 Medusa, and then 2 Catoblepas, 2 Basilius, 2 Basilatris. There were times at which, when it comes to certain lines, that between Catoblepas, Basilius, and Basilatris, it's all about wasting the hand traps from your opponent, so that way they obviously don't know that both Cerziel and Medusa are basically the war crimes of this deck, and it makes it so that if players do not expect to hand trap the wrong card, then they just lose on the spot. Also, Basilatris is the MVP of the whole entire main deck Evil Eye throughout Season 35, because most of the games involving Basilatris specifically, if they expect to have board breakers like Heartbeat's Feather Duster, Lightning Storm, or even Cosmic Cyclone, I can just chain the Basilatris to put up a Link Summon, get rid of the equips, so that on a separate chain, unleash Banished to bring back one of the Evil Eye equips onto the newly Link Summoned Evil Eye monster. So essentially, Cosmic, Lightning Storm, Heartbeat, Feather Duster, or even Evenly Match does absolutely nothing. And I am basically back in the game from dodging all of the board breakers and so on. 3 Unleashed. Please stop Ash Blossoming this card, or else you're gonna get double punished big time. 3 Awakening. 1 Re-Emergence. 3 Pareidolia. 1 Repose. 1 Confrontation. Defeat. Retribution. Mesmerism. All of the Evil Eye spell traps, we're not gonna count the equips yet. They all have niche usages, depends on how the matchup goes. So most cases, for the Evil Eye spells, Unleashed is always gonna get Ash baited a whole lot. Same thing with Awakening, but at the same time is usually for Kato Blepas and or Basilatris in terms of not using the effects, so that way they will end up going to the graveyard instead of being banished, which is super nice. And then Re-Emergence, the token generating comes up only like either once or twice throughout the whole entire season, or never at all, because most of the times in terms of graveyard effects throughout the whole course of the grind game, they cannot target the Evil Eye spells and traps anyways. Pareidolia's battle damage trick comes up like every now and then, and then Repose in terms of battling monsters, in terms of can't be targeted, can't be killed by card effects. Repose lets you get over that, no problem. And then the auto win buttons, 2 Evil Eye of Selene, and then 2 Evil Eye of Gorgonio. Basically, this is the ultimate win condition cards from the get-go. If the opponent doesn't stop me from spilling so much blood, they die on the spot. Because, let's be real, most of us know that Evil Eye of Selene marks both of us for death. So we know that's death. And then Evil Eye of Gorgonio, this is guaranteed death to the opponent. And then extra deck, Musa-Rhythm, Tempo, Melody, Humming, Tempo, and Melody were made many times throughout the whole entire season than the other two. And then Nightmare Phoenix, it's super strong in terms of outing floodgates outside of confrontation, which is nice. Witch, Dark. Also, I learned my lesson last time about both Dark and Witch, to be specific. 3 things in mind. A, if you noticed, I play way less XZ in this extra deck, so stop setting D barrier against me, because that's not gonna help out. So it circumvents A, D barrier, B, taking away the restriction off from Evil Eye Re-Emergence, because you literally cannot directly go into Witch nor Dark because they're not spellcasters. And then C, Secret Village of the Spellcasters. which of course, if I expect to see spellcaster decks ending it up with Secret Village, this is the part where Dark and or Wee Witch are staying in the extra deck, unless if I find ways to clear out Secret Village in general. Beat Cop, this comes up all the time in terms of going first, protecting your equips and or repos. Mudcracker, card is clutch when it comes to free extension. Unchained Abomination, even though the only thing stinks is that it never come up throughout the whole entire season, but at the same time, Abomination will come up one of those times in the near future. And then Moon alongside with Goddess, just to take away the opponent's board, which is nice. While these two Gorgons and Zerzio do spell out guaranteed death, the rest of the whole entire extra deck has their own niche effects. And I always say that this deck has a win/lose condition to some degree in terms of spilling so much blood, aka life points, but realistically, if the opponent doesn't find a way to either A, stop me from spilling so much blood, aka life points, or make me gain life points to cancel out the Gorgonio buff, then I basically win on the spot. And with that being said, this has been James Polk on Diamond 5 Evil Eye deck profile for you guys. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And if you haven't already, smash the notification bell to keep yourself constantly updated. And we'll catch you guys next time.